they've certainly always given us a good game. In fairness to Hibs, they've always been respectful, I thought, as a club and as people. I don't really have a bad word to say about Hibs, to be honest, and they've made all the luck and the success that they've actually had because they've always been so hard working and it's always been a really tough game. So no, I think they deserve to be up there, and they've shown this season as well that even after 500 games that we're all still lashing it out.
Often these games have been title deciders. One such game was in 2018 on the penultimate day of the season. What do you remember from that, Joe?
Yeah, well, I think both teams would have been as stressed as the other, to be honest, when you know it's coming down to that one game, and results have gone either way in all the past games that we've played them. So this was another game that could go either way, but luckily we managed to win that one. But as I've said before, they're always so hard working and they're so difficult to play against. They always bring consistency, and we knew it was going to be a really tough game, but we got there.
Amy, going back to your Hibs days when you were facing a rival like City, what was the build-up to that match like?
Yeah, I think the very start of my Hibs career, I think it would have been about 2019. I joined halfway through the season, so from like an outside perspective before joining, I knew that was the top of the table clash. Like that was the game that everyone was watching. So going into that, I knew that it was more of a pressure game, something that I hadn't maybe experienced before. But yeah, they were always tight games. I enjoyed being a part of that, and yeah, I think that probably has been summed up by the cup final in that season at the end of that year, being so close. So yeah, obviously being on the other side of it, and now here. So it's yeah, it's strange how things have changed, but also, as we said, we're coming almost full circle back again this Sunday. The dynamic in the league's changed over the last few years, but we've certainly still had really closely matched games in the last couple of years with them. And I think even more so this season, like they've shown this year how consistent they can be, especially at home. Obviously, we've seen that when we went there, it's a difficult place to go, and they're a good side. So I think for us, yeah, especially looking to this Sunday, you know, we've had really good form this year at home, and that's something that we need to take confidence from.
I'm just going to go back to the cup final that Amy mentioned in 2019. It was the Scottish Cup final, and it was the last game of the season, and it was some spectacle. Ended up we won 4-3, and as I say, it was the last game of the season, and we thought it was going into extra time because it was 3 each up till the very end, and Claire Shine scored right at the end to get us through. But I was dreading extra time, if I'm honest with you. But the goals were just coming and going. We went ahead, they went ahead, and it was such a good game to be a part of. And I think we would have been really disappointed if we had lost out on that one.
Yeah, I think it's still one to remember. And in a sense, it was my first cup final. It was a big occasion, and obviously the way the game played out, it was still a good crowd as well, and a good atmosphere, and a good game to be a part of. Obviously, in the end, coming out not winning is obviously not what you want. But yeah, I still look back on it as being like quite a big moment in my career and coming through. And that's probably, as I said, like my first big occasion in senior football. They know that it will be a difficult match. They're in good form. They pose a lot of threats, but I think we're in good form as well, and we need to take confidence from that we're up there as well. We're up at the top of the table as well. So yeah, we have the belief there, and as I said, the good form that we've shown at home will put us in a good place.
This weekend, it's the 500th SWPL match for both clubs, and we're hoping for a big crowd here at Petershill Park that's fitting of the occasion, aren't we, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely, and we're hoping as many ex-players and fans and supporters are going to be there for us, and it's a day for everyone to celebrate. I think the success of Glasgow City as a whole is going to shine through on Sunday, and just take that performance onto the pitch and get the celebration that it deserves.